That's the mid-rangey. And for Gnimsh, well, we have a really sad starting hand.
Well, it's one of the worst draws I've ever seen.
Oh, Gnimsh, Cleave, Goral. The execute is good, so that's nice for Gnimsh in the end.
Yeah. Let's see. Is Faramir gonna coin out? Oh, that's sick.
I'm on
That's so
Lamento
sick.
plus Fire Spirit. That's a really nice draw.
So Gnimsh
for
has
Gnimsh.
to pray that
And
that the cleave hits the unmount. Go shield block, get options, Gnimsh.
Well, shield block now always hurts you if you don't have your shield slam. But as you say, he really has no option, and he needs to cleave. Oh, he can cleave and then hope for it to hit to execute. You would prefer to get a whirlwind execute cleave. That would be the one play. Maybe go Acolyte. The main problem with Acolyte is always it can get silenced. That's good for Gnimsh.
He got it. It's fine.
Yeah, he can execute the one. As we know from Faramir's hand, that would be crazy. Like, he has lightning bolts, he can get it further up. He can just get it up so hard. Still, there are 2 Fire Spirits out. So, yeah. And Gnimsh has, well, yeah, nothing. He has an Acolyte of Pain.
But Gnimsh is actually, he can be lucky that this spell damage totem wasn't a healing tie totem.
Yep.
Now he has Acolyte and Armor Smith, so
It could be worse.
It's not looking too bad for him, and he already has all his late game on his end, especially the Gorhowl. So that's good.
The Goral is absolutely good. The good thing for Faramir is Lightning Bolt for damage due to the spell damage totem plus Rockbiter, so he can clear both minions if he wants to. He could play a Yeti too. Well, at least kill the 1/3. You don't want to give him more.
Go Lightning Bolt for damage and play your defender.
Well, Defender is an absolutely possible thing. Yeah, let's just hope for no Wowen now, so our 2-1 is gonna survive.
Well,
That poor 2-1 survive.
Even Whirlwind, like, meh.
Yeah,
The
good thing
Acolyte is gone, the Armor Smith is gone. And if he uses a Whirlwind to kill a 2-1, that's completely worth for Faramir.
a War Axe for Gnimsh, so he can start wrecking some minions. Actually kill the 3/3, kill the 1/3. He can play in a Zudrake, but what does he want to draw? And that is Zudrake. Well, what does he want to draw? I never said anything. Now, Whirlwind is funny.
It's not... It's actually not beneficial if he uses it now.
Well, he can use it and then next turn go for Geddon. But you want to do like the turn 8 play. Whirlwind plus Geddon. The good thing is he uses it now, everything is down to 1, and turn 7 he just plays Geddon and the whole board is clear. And that's a good thing for Gnimsh. He's going to kill it, so we might see an Hex, we might see the Rockbiter or just Weapon, but the board will be cleared next turn.
What? No with Yeti.
Well, not with Yeti. Well, except the Yeti, the board will be cleared. But now you can do it now. But your whole plan just backfired since the Yeti is going to survive. And there's a Lava Burst. So the Lava Burst will deal 5 damage. It's exactly enough to kill a Geddon. He could. And even a Wild Pyromancer. But I guess I expect Lava Burst.
I expect Lava Burst, Totem, Wild Pyromancer.
I agree
Just
with
keep
you.
the board control. What is the warrior gonna do?
Oh, he might brawl in the end. But that would be brawl for 2 minions.
It's fine.
That's fine.
Three with Totem.
Yeah, I'm not calling totems as minions.
What?
They're like, you haven't paid for them. Like
It's
you
like
have,
the I win button of Shaman.
yeah, but you haven't lost a card from your hand. And if I'm playing control warrior, I'm always counting how many real minions I'm killing, except totems. So yes, you can kill totems.
I didn't get that play.
You didn't get the Hex.
No.
Well, the good thing is he gets his Stormforged X out. He keeps his Lava Burst for the burst. So he has Alakia Rockbiter in his hand to deal 12 damage and then finish off with Lava Burst. That's like the only reason I see here for going for the Hex.
But the Hex clears like every big minion. Your Lava Burst doesn't. Like Lava Burst is made to kill Gaddon. Like fight fire with fire, you know?
Absolutely. You don't make him stronger, you just burst his head off. There is the potential of Gnimsh to maybe kill the 4/3. You could just go Fury War Axe and play your Acolyte of Pain Aldo. Or just play Fury, attack the phase, and that next turn go for Brawl, but that's really risky. It's 7-9 damage on the board. And with the Lava Burst and Rockbiter, he can deal 17 damage. With a spell damage totem, it would be 18.
Go Fury Warwick's.
And kill
Fury
the
Warwick's, Acolyte, armor up, kill the Yeti.
Yeti.
Because you will draw at least one card and you need options. I think. And it's still fine. Because you can heal yourself up. Like, even if you drop next turn, there's no way... Well, is there a way to die?
Nah, that's okay
Well,
how you
a
played
Cane
it.
Golem, double Rockbite, Wind Fury would be lethal.
There's always, we can pull always a lethal from your head in some way. The funny thing is he cannot use his rock, well he can use his rock biter, but his totem will die.
Yeah.
He can just attack the minion like this. But I think he really wants to go for rock biter, Alakia, and win next turn. And this is looking extremely good at the moment.
Well, Alex, just attack with your weapon, the Wild Pyromancer, Alex yourself up, and you're fine. You're good to go.
You're good to go to survive with 1 HP.
Yeah.
That's absolutely cool because you got your shield block and you have Gnimsh Whirlwind, so there are some good options in your hand.
And you have 8/8 out.
Yeah, Faramir can deal 14 damage, but that's sadly not enough for him.
You know what would be great now?
The Hex?
Yeah.
And the Hex. The Lava Burst just turns out to sit in his hand. Well, still, he can deal those 14 damage. His enemy is down to 1, and you're like, okay, shield block plus Alex. That's pretty lucky for Gnimsh in the end, and he has it. So you're like, if he has a shield block now, I'm screwed. If he has no shield block, everything is okay. As we know, there is one for Gnimsh, and he might even redraw another shield block, and he can
No, he already used one.
He already used
Turn
one earlier. Exactly, the play where I said I don't like it because you don't have it anymore, but it turned out good for him. Shield block, hope for shield slam,
Or Armor Smith.
or faceless manipulator.
Shit.
Well, the thing is, you
Definitely.
get a taunter. So if he wouldn't have taunt,
Divine Shield Taunt.
yeah, divine shield taunt. Well, you're gonna break it. You're gonna kill him with your Alex, and you have 6 damage with a taunter. And that's just the best thing to have.
Well, I want to see a Zoo Drake, top deck, or Spell Damage Totem. And then it's over because he copied Alec here. Now that's the risk you gotta take.
And we see a nice Alak here. I like it. That's a good thing. So he can deal the 6 damage. And next turn, well, next turn that's 14 with Leroy, with Gnimsh, that's 24 damage. 26 if he goes with a Taskmaster instead of the Whirlwind.
Yeah, of course.
That's just super nice for Gnimsh in the end. Turned the game pretty well.
Well, it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Well,
so
it is.
There's some taunters, so Fair Spirits. It helps a lot. And he's a Lightning Storm.
It's not over. Oh, so close.
Yeah, he can kill those 2 taunters and only deal 20 damage. So at the moment, Faramir would survive. And we see the Lightning Storm. And if the Lightning Storm hits, well, it doesn't even have to hit good. The advantage is 2 HP left on that Alex. I guess he might have Lava Bursted Alex away. That would have been even safer. But you kind of want to Lava Burst Alakia. He doesn't even need to go Gnimsh. You could also go for Slam, Whirlwind, for example.
Whirlwind first.
Yeah. Well, he wants to draw a card, so that doesn't hurt. Slam Whirlwind would kill one. Would kill one wolf. That's okay. And if he draws an execute, he could kill the other wolf and just go for the face, for example. He would absolutely kill one of the 1/1s. So that's cool. I guess I would go for either Slam Whirlwind or Slam Taskmaster, but then you waste some damage your Gnimsh can do. The only advantage with Slam Taskmaster is you're not getting your own Alex on 1.
What?
Well, now another Slam and Whirlwind. Oh, it's just a really good value for Gnimsh. I'm surprised he's playing 2 Slams plus Cleave. So that seems, normally we see 1 Slam and then the Cleave for it. Or just 1 Armor Smith, for example. Or no Armor Smith at all. They're like, doesn't have to be. Really good for Gnimsh. He brings him down to 8. And that's just how you come back from a lost game. He's at 1 HP, 9 armor. He came back with Alex Strauza healing up to 15, dropping to 1, shield block bringing him up to 9.
Well,
Spell damage totem, and then there is
10 damage.
And then there's 10 damage.
25%. So bring it. Oh.
That's no spell damage totem. He can kill the 2 minions in the end.
Still over.
It's still over.
Attack the totem, play Ragnaros. And he's gonna swack you away.
Oh, or just Gnimsh. GG. There's
that would be like...
That would be too easy.
You would lose a lot of style by doing that.
just end it as fast as possible. If you don't end with Gnimsh, you're not a real warrior. Versus the warrior. And already starting with Van Cleave. Well, not starting. Loot Hoarder. Actually, it's the version with Loot Hoarders too. I like that one. That's a pretty cool one.
You like that one?
Yeah, Loot Hoarders are funny. You can draw a lot of cards. You pose some threat early game. And if Gnimsh is not having his Taskmaster, he's going. Well, he needs to use his Whirlwind early on.
Oh, it's also Assassin's Blade.
So Assassin's Blade Deadly Poison is really crazy if Gnimsh is not running Harrison or Ooze. Whirlwind Execute.
Were we talking about shield blocks being nasty for rogues?
Oh, he has 2 shield blocks in his hand, but
Yeah.
he kind of wants to have them late game, and well, he has them now.
Well, it's also fine.
It's absolutely fine, but and the shield slam, so he can kill. He can deal with every auctioneer that's out there.
Yep.
But he doesn't want to use your Whirlwind. You don't want to use your Whirlwind so early.
Not for a Loot Hoarder.
But now the Loot Hoarder just kills your armor and you're taking damage. And that's a big advantage for Faramir and his Loot Hoarder. If Gnimsh is not willing to kill it, he will lose a lot from this. So he's not able to armor up at all. He really wants to have a Taskmaster. So with a Taskmaster you could have just killed his Loot Hoarder easy mode. And now you kind of need to Whirlwind armor up. And you lost your trigger for Execute. Well, you don't need Execute. You got Shield Slam.
Shield Slam and Corkron.
Corkron is just the coolest thing here. We see, wow, Assassin's Blade double deadly poison.
That hurts.
That's going to be really... If Gnimsh has no Harrison or Ooze, this is just going to be devastating for him. And even the Blade Flurry.
It's going to be game.
Yeah, this is just... when we see Faramir's hand with the stuff he has in it, that's just super sad for Gnimsh.
Kinda hurts.
Well, I would kill the Kurkan first. He could have backstabbed the tech with his weapon and then play the Assassin's Blade, and I think that would have been better.
Way better.
He would have had a weapon with 3 charges and 7 damage, so that would be 28 in total. Slight misplay, but okay. He can kill everything. That's cool. I mean, double deadly poison plus eviscerate. It's pretty cool. And that's just that's 21 damage now. Only with a blade, and Leroy's Shadow Step already in hand. I don't see how Faramir does not win this.
I'm surprised he killed the Zudrai.
He didn't need to. He could have just.
What was the maximum damage they could have?
Well, he didn't need to because he's going to Blade Flurry next turn. So that was just questionable in the end. If he just had to. I mean, he can just attack and then Blade Flurry, and both minions that are out there would have died.
Will you have lethal next turn?
That's 7 plus Blade Flurry.
19, yeah. He had lethal next turn.
If he would go for the face?
Yeah.
Would already be 90.
7,
yeah,
14, 20,
I see.
24.
It's just such a huge amount of damage. I mean, he can do those 14 plus Leroy, so he can deal 20 damage this turn if he wants to.
Just go Blade Flurry.
Yep.
And play your SI7. What is he doing? Oh, that's fine as well.
Well, you can do more damage with your Blade Flurry in the end, and you can go SI7. So you can still Blade Flurry every turn. That doesn't hurt you, and you can play double Leroy. So next turn there is 19 damage possible. If Gnimsh would go double shield block...
It's even more, right? Than 22.
I just didn't count the SI7 agent. I think he's going to get vaporized. So we double shield block for Gnimsh. Just going up to double shield block or not? I would kill the minion with my shield slam, like not risk taking 1 more damage. Yeah. It's already so late into the game. And he's on 24. That's pretty cool for Gnimsh. And I think if Faramir had played it slightly different, he could have done 1 more swing with his weapon in the end, and it would turn out way better.
That would be lethal again.
When he just ended his turn, so he could do nothing, obviously, and that hurts a lot now. Especially the enemy is just getting stronger and stronger.
Ooh.
But I would have played
Ragnaros.
Yeah, that's kind of surprise for me. Even with the coin armor up, it's the same outcome. You would be on 24, and he could have brought him down to 4. And then whatever he redraws, if he's redrawing a weapon, like Gorhal, GG.
And Blade Flurry wouldn't kill it.
Yeah, now the board is clear. There's only 12 damage. There's only 13 damage for Faramir. Gnimsh is fine, but I still feel like the Ragnaros would be slightly better. There's Alex. You can heal him up by 1. If he wants to. If you play Ragnaros now. Yeah, I just disagree with the Ragnaros. I would have played in last turn. That would be good damage. But he wouldn't have won with Alex in the end too.
I would play. I would play Faceless now.
And armor up.
Taskmaster it and armor up.
Oh, you can Taskmaster it also next turn, so you don't need to do this. So you can still play Ragnaros Taskmaster plus Taskmaster up next turn, I think. If you
what could you play? Ragnaros?
Yeah, the problem is if you
the problem is you need to survive.
Yeah, if you Taskmaster up now, like you said, or you should play Taskmaster first if you play the Faceless.
Why?
He's gonna drop on 2 HP and like.
Yeah, but that way, like he's on 2 HP. I agree, but what would kill him? There's no Blade Flurry. Azure Drake, Fan of Knife. If he goes for Azure Drake, Fan of Knife, it's fine for you.
There we see Ragnaros. So down on 2. And what's Faramir drawing? There's a Eviscerate. Yeah. So we see Leroy, Cobalt, Leroy.
Eviscerate.
Leroy, Cobalt, Leroy, Shadow Step, Leroy, Eviscerate, GG.
And that's how much damage? 16, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So with 17, he would have won.
Well, the thing is,
18.
Faramir would have won this game anyway long term if he just had played a turn 5 different, where he could go for the 4 charge, 7 damage Assassin's Blade.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if Gnimsh played it with the Faceless and the Taskmaster. Definitely. Like, in the beginning, most of the time it looks better for the Rogue. But then when he gets too impatient, I want to call it, and drops him down too low, that all those Molten Giants are incoming, it gets rough.
And we see the version from Gnimsh with Sunwalker again. I like that one quite a lot. And he kept the Leroy on his starting hand.
So
kind of surprising, but possible. You can kill, if you don't have anything else, you can go Leroy Shadowflame. You can kill an Auctioneer with it too, if you just want to run it in.
Well, it's 8 mana turn, so.
And there's 4/4. Well, we'll get silence. It hurts. You want to get your Giant out next turn, but you kind of don't want to take 4 damage from him. That's like a rough decision in the end.
It is.
If you play your Giant and that Giant gets sapped, it's like just super annoying for you. And he just deals 4 damage. Maybe 8 if he goes for Cold Blood. Faramir's hand looks good. I mean, he has Backstab, Blade Flurry, Shiv, and an Auctioneer already. Plus Phantom Knife. So good potential to draw cards and stuff. To heal himself up. The 2/2 will stay on the board, obviously.
Fan of Knives.
Yeah, Phantom Knives. Draw more cards. Get a sap. You want your sap. The good thing is, Giant will be 1 turn later. That helps a lot. The preparation. That's just super awesome. That's good. That's super awesome. He can go amazing card draw on turn 5 now with the preparation and Shiv. What can Gnimsh do? He can drop a Giant, but by then he already took a lot of damage. Yeah, Selnus weapon up, and then you can do 2 damage shifts. 3 damage. Backstabs.
Yeah.
Blade Flurry is for 2 damage too. Though there's a lot of damage potential now for Faramir.
Oh wow, 3 Giants on the hand.
Yeah, but there's a Giant. It will get. So what can you do? You can backstab it. You can shift it. So 5 damage. So deadly poison. It's good too. So you're gonna shift it for 3. Backstab it for 3. Oh, he gets an eviscerate.
Trap eviscerates.
Yeah, that was pretty easy mode. And there might be a Siphon Soul, but still 3 damage stays on the board.
1 Giant gone. What is he? Prep eviscerate.
Well, he could Blade Flurry or Shift and run the 2/3 the 3/2 minions in. I like the 2/2 and the 1/1 to deal enough damage. So if he goes Prep Shift, there is 3 damage on the right side, and you can deal 5 damage. But Eviscerate just feels better in my opinion too. You just keep your stuff out, and he draws Cold Blood too. So his hand is extremely potent, and Gnimsh is already down to 19.
He's considering Shadow Stepping his Auctioneer. I won't make. Well,
in the end,
it's okay.
He would be happy about it since it's getting Siphon Sold. But his hand is still good. I mean, Shiv, Deadly Poison, Blade Flurry. He could deal 7 damage with his Blade Flurry and Deadly Poison. You don't want to, as you always say, don't bring him down too low.
Go. How low would I bring him? I would bring him down to...
If you do everything now, like if
No, I would bring him down to 18.
So how low could you bring him? You get
18.
Deadly Poison plus Blade Fury, that's 7 plus a Cold Blood. You get 11 plus a Shift, that's 13.
Just go Shift first.
You can only do 16 damage. That's not enough.
Now play Loot Hoarder for more card draw.
Absolutely, go for Loot
Attack with your weapon once. Attack once with Solnus. Okay, I don't get it.
Okay, you're lost. You're just lost by bringing him down. He's on 6 mana. And I guess he just nukes as hard as possible. He's down on 13. Even if there are giants coming, he has the Blade Flurry. He has the Azure Drake Blade Flurry. So next turn, he can do a 5 damage Blade Flurry. And he can kill a giant with it. With the Azure Drake and Selnus out. That's how you could kill a Drake, a giant. And if he wants to play a giant and taunt it up. And that's why he actually did it. So if there's a giant and taunt up, you can just kill the giant now with an Azure Drake, do 5 damage to the face, and then you got 6-13 left, you would win. So if he only would play giant taunt up, you could burst it away.
He has 3 damage on his weapon.
And he has double spell damage on the board with an Azure Drake coming. And there's the 5 damage Blade Flurry. So if there's just a giant, he can burst away everything Gnimsh has. Well, Faramir is going to lose his whole board now to that and sit there with 17. But what Faramir did was in his eyes correct, and I would agree, it was a good play.
Azure Drake.
Not only Azure Drake, double
Sep.
Deadly Poison, so that's cool. I would maybe... What could he do? He can heal up himself.
Play Azure Drake.
Play Azure Drake? Would you
get cards, of course.
Like, you really want to go for the crazy Blade Flurry with your Azure Drake?
Well, you still need a minion out on the board.
Absolutely, but it could have just been yours in ring. Oh, I disagree with...
I really want to get my Leroy in this case.
Mm?
It's not that many cards left, or my second Auctioneer.
The second Auctioneer will work wonders now.
Yeah, so definitely play Azure Drake to get the card draw. Don't give Gnimsh a chance to get back into the game.
He doesn't need to attack, but he wants to.
No need.
No, absolutely no need. He has a sap, so he can sap something, still attack, and Blade Flurry. And if you bring him down now, just Molten Giant danger. So Sunwalker or Mountain Giant taunt up. 2 things that are possible. He could also go for Twilight Drake and Defender of Argus. That makes a 5-9. Pretty strong if we didn't have the sap. And how much damage is it now? That's... Oh, with 2 Shadow Saps, shouldn't that be lethal? If he saps it, does 15 damage with attack and 11 damage with attack and Blade Flurry.
It's,
that should be 15 plus the SI7 GG, if I'm not mistaken.
15 SI7, yep.
He could even play the SI7 agent multiple times, so in the end,
Yeah, it's definitely.
he just had enough to win the game. So Gnimsh just got vaporized by the Merc Heroic here from Faramir.
Well
That was a good try with the controller. I like